Good morning, guys. Today's video is a bit different. We are looking to build a cheap Jeep Cherokee off-road build. Now, what inspired this whole entire idea, essentially, I have a good friend. His name is Uncle Tony. He goes on a YouTube channel called Uncle Tony's Garage. Really cool guy. Honestly, I look up to him, truly. And he messaged me and said, hey man, you know who DexJ is? I go, yeah, I know who DexJ is. If you don't know who DexJ is also a YouTube channel, and he pretty much is a know-it-all wizard when it comes to the Jeep 4Os. Guy is really knowledgeable, really smart. Sorry to pause the video, guys, but I figured out how to let you guys know on the whole DexJ's event. We actually did not go with this old girl, but don't worry, me and Uncle Tony did speak and talk about other plans with this and what we're going to do for it. So if you guys see me mentioning DexJ's event, we didn't go and didn't have time for it, but don't worry, we got other plans for this Jeep, so stay tuned for that. He's smart. He has an event coming up in March, probably like the 3rd week of March, if I'm correct. And Uncle Tony, he has his hands full at the moment, and he's like, hey man, do you think you would be willing to do a 4x4 swap and kind of doing like a cheap Cherokee off-road build? And I said, yeah, man, I'd be absolutely down for that. That sounds amazing. He goes, and if you want, you can come with. I said, awesome. I can't wait. This is definitely something new and different for myself. Again, a lot of my Jeep Cherokees, they're a bunch of pavement princesses. I don't really take them off-road. But let me show you guys what we're working with here. I already have all the parts. Again, I have plenty of Jeep Cherokee parts laying around, so that's no problem. It's still cheap. This thing's probably going to cost us no more than $100 to do everything. And then once we're done that, behind me here, we got a little off-road trail. Never used it. Definitely going to try it out with this Jeep once it's done. But let me show you the Jeep first, and then we'll show you guys the trail. And this is what we got working with here for us. We got a 2-wheel drive 1996 Jeep Cherokee. Now again, I have quite a bit of parts. I have a Jeep there, half a Jeep there, another Jeep I bought off Uncle Tony. I got like 2 or 3 more up there, and then my personal one that I love driving, and I got another one up there. So this Jeep here runs, it drives, it is 2-wheel drive, so that is a big issue. You know, you can't really off-road on a 2-wheel drive Jeep, and trust me, we struggled just trying to get it up here on this little path. It is quite it loves spinning tires on 2-wheel drive, so definitely need that 4x4. So we got this axle here. This is a 4x4 axle. I believe it's already pre-welded for us. That came off of that Jeep right there. That was sadly rolled over. That thing is a shame for that, by the way. That had original motor trans at 500,000 miles and still pushing, and I guarantee it, that motor could still go for probably about another 200,000 miles. Anyway, we got the 4x4 transmission off of Project Drift Jeep, which is an old video if you guys don't remember that one. Sadly, there was too much needed for that Jeep, so we decided to go a different route. We got the 4x4 transmission. We're going to use, this one also has 4x4. We're going to use the drive shafts out of that one because that one never came with it. So we're going to use the drive shafts out of that one, the trans out of that Jeep, and a little thing we're going to do, we're going to add pucks up front, drop shackles as well, or shackles in the back. Then we're going to remove all sway bar links because this is not going to be a daily driver. And then coming onto the inside, guys, it's honestly not a bad Jeep. It runs and drives pretty reliable. It's a shame that it is going to be an off-road toy, but it doesn't have a title. So, I mean, it does have the tan interior. Tan interior always gets dirty in Jeeps. But what we're going to do is remove the leftover carpeting in here and everything like that. Probably remove the center console as well because that's not going to be needed. That's just going to be in the way. And yeah, coming into the back, it is already pretty much done for us. I mean, we got a few panels here and there, but other than that, it's pretty much gutted, ready to go. So yeah, it's really not a bad looking Jeep. Again, it's rough, but it's a woods toy, and that's strictly what Uncle Tony has been using this for, is a woods toy. So we're going to do a 4x4 swap on this, but let me show you guys the trail that we're going to do once we do all this work to it to kind of test it out and see what its limits are exactly. This is going to be essentially the trail that we're going to be working on. I'm going to walk the path a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way up. Again, the terrain is pretty rugged. I've never really drove any Jeeps up here. Again, a lot of them are pavement princesses, but you guys can kind of tell how bad this trail is. And I feel like if the Jeep can go through this, I should have no problems at DexJ's event. Neither I or Uncle Tony would. But again, this trail is pretty rugged, so I feel like this would be an ultimate test for it, and overall a good test for it. But you guys can kind of see, and I'm sure camera doesn't do it justice, but this terrain is really bad. A lot of the water, when it rains in Tennessee, it wipes out everything, and yeah, it kind of made this trail, it used to be a nice smooth trail, but over the years the rainwater has just made it really rugged, and we don't really take anything up here anymore. But I feel like with this project would be a perfect test for it, and kind of have a little fun with it before we actually have a true test at Dex J's event. So enough of me yapping, let's go get this 2-wheel drive trans and front end out and swap over to 4-wheel drive and do all of what I just went over. And as you guys can see, it took all day, but we finally got the 4-wheel drive system in there. Now we do still got to put in the trans, but at least we got the front axle. And not only did we get the front axle, we removed the sway bar, which is sitting in that Lexus, because that's going to scrap, so I don't need that sway bar anyway. We got the 2-inch puck in there as well. It's probably hard to see, but you guys can probably see right there where the sway bar would go. There's no sway bar whatsoever. Now we got to go remove the transmission, which I'll probably save for tomorrow. I'm definitely tired, definitely whooped. And then hopefully we'll take it up on this trail. So I believe I put everything back together properly. We filled it up with trans fluid. We got the trans all bolted up and in. The only thing is though, we don't have the rear drive shaft. And the reason we don't have the rear drive shaft essentially is to test the 4x4 out. So if the 4x4 works, it should move under its own power without this drive shaft in it, which is a good thing if it does move. So let's start her up. Oh, you see, she's already engaged, but 4x4. So this is neutral. That's 4x4. And technically speaking, oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm gonna get out of this. I only have this block here that's gonna stop me. Again, I don't know how well you guys can hear me. There's no drive shaft. Only the front drive shaft is in this sucker. But yeah, she moves under her own power with the 4x4. So that's a good sign. Now, I don't know if it drives 100%, but it goes in reverse, so I'll take that as a W. I'm not seeing any leaks. Everything's looking A-okay. So all we gotta do now is hook up the drive shaft, put the seat back in, the driver's seat, and get a new drop down cable. We got everything hooked up, bolted up. We do have to replace our lug studs and everything like that, and lug nuts. But we are having an issue with it overheating. Now, I'm not sure if it was always like that. I will have to ask Uncle Tony to verify. But it's not sitting too bad. This side, for some odd reason, is sitting very, very low, and I'm not sure exactly why. I've looked it over about 10 times, didn't see anything. And I do think with the overall overheating issue on this, I do think it's just a matter of burping some coolant. It was severely low and everything like that. I noticed that the one sensor on the back of the cylinder heads was disconnected. And I don't think it ever worked, but then when I plugged it in, sure enough, it read overheating. Overall, though, she's running and driving. We have no leaks, which is a plus. That's a first for a Jeep Cherokee. And, you know, it doesn't drive too bad. It is a little, like, wonky and stuff. So it's pretty much ready to go. I think we're going to go test drive it here real quick. I'm going to clean up my tools and everything, and then we're going to take her out for a spin and see what exactly she does. I am missing one lug nut on this side. I don't think that's going to matter. I've drove on 3 before, had no issues whatsoever. So let me go clean up all my mess and tools and everything like that, and we'll go take her for a wheel. Well, I must say, the Jeep did absolutely amazing. I went for three, that's two. I went for 3 hard runs on the old girl. Now, noted, for it to actually shift and do what I want it to properly, I have to unplug the TCM on this, which is fine. You can go through the gears with your shifter, 1, 2, and 3, 3 being your drive. But other than that, it drives perfectly fine and did absolutely phenomenal out there. Now, the biggest issue, it sways back and forth really badly. So we might have to reinstall the rear sway bars, but I'm gonna let Uncle Tony decide that on his honest opinion. But yeah, battery's about to die here on this camera. I'll make this short and sweet. What a fun little project this is, and it's probably gonna make me start doing more off-roading stuff, especially go grabbing another Jeep. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was a bit of a weird and different one, something different and unique, and I can't wait to go test this out at Dex J's, or at least see Uncle Tony go testing it out at Dex J's. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.